You know that moment when your house feels like it's gotten away from you? This is my solution. Today, I'm doing a simple reset, just a few small steps that make a big difference, and talking about how owning less has helped us to keep things under control. Today, I am doing some decluttering, organizing, and cleaning, and I hope this will be some inspiration for your home as well. If you're new to my channel or you've been around for a while and seen me do some of these reset videos, you might think that I do this all the time or that this is a weekly occurrence. And honestly, I'm going to tell you the truth. I only do this deeper reset about every 3 weeks. I find on our daily, day-to-day basis, we don't do a ton of cleaning or a lot of digging in deep. It's more just doing those simple things that keep our house running, like the dishes, obviously trash and laundry, those sort of things. But once every few weeks, I like to dig a little deeper and work on 1 or 2 projects that help my house stay under control. In this small hall linen closet that Grant made a little while ago, we store all of our sheets, blankets, throw blankets, and all that sort of stuff. One thing I've been wanting to do is organize this area and possibly declutter a few items. Kids stuff. Okay, I'm gonna put all of the kids stuff on one shelf so they know where to get their extra blankets, and then all the throw blankets I'm gonna put up higher. This is a case of just needing to put like with like. I had cleaned these and didn't get a chance to put it back, so I'm gonna do that. Okay, I think I'm going to declutter this blanket. I actually purchased a new throw blanket this fall. You would have seen it if you've watched my videos when I redid the living room. And I just feel like I've accumulated a few more and we don't really ever use this one. It's pretty thin, not our style. So a lot of reasons I'm going to let this go. This is just one of those really quick things that's been on my mind for a while, but let me show you. Up here we have all the stuff that we use if we have a guest come over, and also our camping blankets. Here is where I have the extra throws, and then also all the sheets for the boys and their pillowcases. Then here we have our 2 electric heaters, which we do use a lot during the winter. These are my extra set of sheets for my bed. And then we have the boys section here. That's all their throw blankets and things they like. Then down here, I have extra pillow. And then we just have some other blankets for our bed if we want them. And then these are all the tablecloths. That little project was really simple and actually makes me feel good. It's more organized. And we also found one thing to declutter. A few weeks ago, I switched around a lot of my clothes, taking out the warmer clothes, putting away the more summery items. I left a few things out because I tend to still have a lot of crossover between the weather in the first few months of fall. But pretty soon we're going to be heading out of wearing anything that is probably a tank top or a bathing suit, all that sort of stuff. This ended up being one of my digging deeper projects of the day. I took all of the swim stuff out of this drawer because I know I will not be using it, and I can always grab it down if I need to, but overall I won't need it. So I emptied out this whole drawer so I could put this up in the upper part of my closet and have this drawer for sweatpants and bigger bulky items that I will need to get to more often. The good news is I have all my swim stuff in this one bag. So, you know, if someone invites me to go to Hawaii or something, I'm ready to go at a moment's notice. I know that's never going to happen. Also, by going through this drawer, I was able to find 3 swimsuits that I know I did not wear this last summer. And I do remember when I put these on, they didn't fit perfectly and they were kind of annoying. So I'm going to declutter these 3 swimsuits and I am going to put this up there. Here is the decluttering snowball effect in action. I was digging around and I kept finding more and more. Just found another item to declutter, and the reason for this is I have another sweater that works really well and pretty much takes the place of this one. So I'm gonna let this one go. And I noticed that I wasn't wearing this as much because I prefer the other one. Also, this is just a reminder that you don't need a ton of time or a big plan to declutter little areas. you will still find stuff, which still helps with the decluttering process. One tip I have for a reset or when you go to declutter is just do what you can when you can. Don't wait for the perfect time. Honestly, on this day, when I first got up in the morning, I did not really feel like doing a reset, but I just started, and next thing you know, I was digging in. I had come up with certain projects I wanted to work on, and it was all really positive because I still found things to declutter. So just start is what I always tell myself. And sometimes just that first moment of getting started is all I need to really get the ball rolling. I was able to find 2 empty shoe boxes up there, which helped to organize that area a lot better. And I was able to clear out some items that I no longer needed. Recently, as I was going through my wardrobe and switching around some of my clothes, bringing out the warmer clothes for this current season, I realized that I needed to fill in some areas that were missing in my wardrobe, especially shirts and pants. So I'm really excited to tell you about today's sponsor, Quince. Whether it's clothing, home goods, or everyday essentials, getting well-made goods usually means overpaying or shopping all over the internet. Quince brings it all together. One destination, premium quality, affordable prices. I am loving these Luna Stretch Flare jeans in the color grayed out, and this cotton mix media puff sleeve top is so pretty in the color true blue. From clothing to buttery soft bamboo bedding, Quince brings all the high-end essentials together in one place. And everything with Quince is priced 50% less than you would find at similar brands. By working directly with top-tier manufacturers and cutting out the middlemen, Quince gives you exceptional quality without the markup. And Quince only works with factories that use safe, ethical, and responsible manufacturing practices and premium fabrics and finishes. When shopping for your Christmas gifts this year, make sure you check out Quince. I've already found some amazing things for my boys. Upgrade your wardrobe, home, and more with high-end essentials from Quince. Go to the link in my description to get free shipping and 365-day returns. And thank you to Quince for sponsoring today's video. One of my biggest tips and tricks on keeping my home under control and tidy, clean, all the things that need to happen is to stay clutter free. And I know I talk about this a lot, but I have just seen such a huge difference in my home. Whenever I start to get too much clutter, that is when things tend to get out of control. And I recently wrote a blog post all about this that I will link below. It's the ripple effect of decluttering, how letting go creates positive change in every area of your life. So at first it will start with just your home being improved, getting rid of all the things you don't need. And then next thing you know, you might be decluttering your schedule, saying no to commitments that drain you, or noticing things that you want to change in yourself or things that you want to accomplish. So there's just this massive ripple effect when you start decluttering, and you will see the positive benefits, not only in your home, but throughout your entire life. One of my goals for today is to clean out this refrigerator. I don't mean get rid of everything in it. I just mean actually clean the refrigerator. So I want to pull out the drawers and some of the stuff, wipe it off, and then make a very detailed list of everything that we need to buy, because I have been running out of things and not really paying close attention lately. And that's something that I keep thinking about wanting to do and not doing it. So today is a really good day for that. Looks like something spilled down there, so that's another thing that, needs to get cleaned up. One tip I have that I use all the time is if you don't have enough energy or time to clean the whole entire refrigerator and freezer, just do what you can. I'm gonna start with these 2 drawers and see if I can get these clean and organized. And if I run out of time, then I know I can just come back tomorrow or whenever and start on the next section. Progress over perfection is something I think about all the time whenever I'm working on things in my home. Just chipping away when I can at certain projects, especially things I don't really want to do. This fridge, as I said, is something I've been thinking about. And in all honesty, the whole entire kitchen is something that I have put on the back burner. We are in the middle of our kitchen renovation, and you don't see anything getting ripped out here, but we've already ripped out the one wall and put in our pantry. We have all of these videos on on our second channel, Wood Guru, which I will link down below in case you want to follow us on that series of videos. But next on our agenda is to get this whole entire kitchen gutted, and we will then start with electric and plumbing and all of that stuff. But for my mental health on this kitchen, I have pretty much given up on trying to make it look nice. And I've also given up on trying to keep it really clean, especially the floors, because we're going in and out with a lot of project stuff through the kitchen. And so it's not a good thing to completely give up. I need to try to keep certain things tidy and organized, and that's what I'm trying to do here. I had it in my head that I wanted to spend a whole day on this fridge, but the time is just never there. So chipping away at it was the best thing I could do. I did have to stop to go pick up my son from school. And then as soon as I got back, I jumped right back into cleaning out the fridge. I wasn't able to clean the whole thing, but I was shocked at how happy I was at the progress I made and how good the fridge looked with just the few areas that I was able to clean. One way I decorate my home is with plants. This is something that I love. I just love looking at plants. I love watching them grow. I water them every once in a while whenever they look like they're wilting and they need it, which was today. And all my plants are really hardy. If they aren't hardy, they don't normally make it. I don't get sad if a plant doesn't make it. I just realize maybe it wasn't for me and I move on to the next plant. But I've grown my amount of plants over the years. Most of them are pothos plants, which are really easy to take care of. My middle son and I ran to the store and grabbed all of our weekly staples that we needed. And then I was also able to get some backup items that I was running low on. So I felt really good about being stocked up. I've had questions in the past of, do I have a huge backup pantry? I do keep canned food and things for emergency, but I do not store a ton of food because I hate being wasteful and I want to be able to go through everything before it goes bad. So I do have enough for an emergency, but I don't store tons. And I only take usually one kid with me if possible, because I honestly can't handle all three. So I can do it if I have to, but grocery shopping with one is my preferred choice. And whoever gets to go is the lucky one and they love it. It's like a special treat. It's a date with mom grocery shopping at the store. It's something that they look forward to. This is getting moldy. I had a few real pumpkins set around for decoration and they all started to go a little bit funky and moldy. So I threw them out, which is fine because we are past Halloween now and we are going towards Christmas, and I'm going to probably be taking all this down pretty soon. In one of my more recent videos where I redid this living room, I said I'm going to get rid of this, which I think we will eventually, but it looks okay here and it's working out for the walkthrough. One thing I did is added some of my mom's art right here, which I think looks really pretty. And I might add a little bit more on this wall because I just want my home to look decorated, even if it's not perfect yet. We can always change things around, patch holes, and make changes as needed. One way I have been experimenting with making cleaning a little easier is using a cleaning planner just to jot down all the areas that I need to stay on top of monthly. Now, I do not use this as a certain thing to clean each day, but I do have that cleaning planner down below in case you want to check that out. This is just a simple way to keep track of everything. Let me be clear about putting blankets on these chairs. It has absolutely nothing to do with aesthetics or anything else. It has to do with me trying to save these chairs from my kids and also cover up all the stains that I can't stand looking at. I've actually been thinking about maybe purchasing a green machine or something like that to try to clean these chairs. Let me know in the comments what you think about that idea. If you have any advice, good or bad, on what you could recommend for that. But these need more than just, soap and water. I love that you can see what you're actually picking up. It's crazy. It reminds me that we always need to keep vacuuming. The biggest thing when it comes to keeping our house tidy is just keep chugging along. Do little things each day in your spare moments. I tend to pick up each night and have all sorts of routines that are just built into our day. One is laundry. I usually wake up every morning, put a load in, switch it to the dryer halfway through the day, take it out towards the end of the day and fold it. And this became extremely clear when our dryer broke last week and I had to get a replacement part and fix that, which I will actually be putting a video about that on our other channel. But this stood out to me because I was so used to always having the washer and dryer going and coming out with a clean load at the end of the day. It just helps you to stay on top of it. And when that didn't happen, I noticed every single bin was completely full, overflowing by the end of that week. And I had to spend 2 full days of doing laundry all day long. So it's all about keeping the momentum going and just doing tiny things each day, and then having a bigger reset day where I dig in deeper and find things to declutter and reset throughout our home. I have recently written a few blog posts about decluttering with my mom and decluttering when you're older, this ripple effect I was talking about. So I will have all of that linked in the description box below. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you're new, hit the subscribe button and I will see you in the next video. Bye.